What's going on, guys? Back with another crazy video. I'm not one of those YouTubers. So this is going to be an ongoing series. It's going to be Cantonian forms versus their Alolan forms. And it's going to be, if they battled, they can only use their moves that they've leveled up with. And by that I mean, leveling up, learning new moves. So yeah, and this one is going to be Cantonian Sandshrew versus Alolan Sandshrew. So hopefully you guys will like this video. So let's start off with Cantonian Sandshrew. Its defenses and its attacks are alright. Nothing's in the green, nothing's the best. Its speed, it's quite slow, to be honest, but it makes up for that with its alright defense and alright attack. But Alolan Sandshrew, on the other hand, has very good special defense for a first stage Pokemon, 90, and that is quite high, and that will definitely give Alolan Sandshrew an advantage because its defenses are higher, and also Alolan Sandshrews special defense has a 5-point difference between Cantonian Sandshrew, so that can be useful as well. Their attacks are the same, but what Alolan Sandshrew has to give up for the stats defense buffs is that its special attack drops down from 20 to 10, which is a terrible special attack, even if it's 20. They're both quite quick, 40 base speed, and the one that will go first, I will just say it's a tie. For sake of it, I will say Alolan Sandshrew goes first, because it seems quicker. So yeah, that's the stats. And let's go into the movesets and typing. Cantonian Sandshrew has a very wide move pool. It has very strong ground type moves like Bulldoze or Earthquake or Dig that Sandshrew can learn within level up, which is fantastic. Versus Alolan Sandshrew doesn't have any ice type moves that he can use. He only has Blizzard and Powder Snow. Blizzard is really strong but has a low chance to hit, and Powder Snow is quite weak. But the problem, they're both special attacks, and Alolan Sandshrew's special attack is 10, which is very, very bad. So Alolan Sandshrew cannot hit Cantonian Sandshrew with a super effective hit at all. Well, he can, but it'll be like a not very effective hit because of its Alolan Sandshrew's very, very bad special attack. And the rest of the moves that Alolan Sandshrew can learn via level up, most of them won't be very effective since they're all like steel type moves and bug type moves. So Alolan Sandshrew will struggle a lot, and Alolan Sandshrew doesn't resist Sandshrew's ground type attacks because ice is only resists ice. Yes, ice is super effective against ground, which is what normal Sandshrew is, but he has no moves that can do damage. So Alolan Sandshrew is quite in a pickle. And normal Sandshrew's attacks, like Earthquake, will be super effective and very strong. I would say around 2 to 3 earthquakes from a Cantonian Sandshrew to beat a Alolan Sandshrew. But Alolan Sandshrew can't dish out any good hits because of its move pool being very bad. If its move pool was better, if it learnt Icicle Spear before it evolved, then it would have won. But since its move pool is very bad and normal Sandshrew's move pool is very good, a Cantonian Sandshrew would win. It's not even a challenge for it. Cantonian Sandshrew, just Sandshrew, would win quite easily because just 2-3 earthquakes is going to not be knocked down. Yes, its physical defense is high, but that's only at 90. An earthquake does 100 damage, and plus it'll do stab, which you times the power of the move by 1.5. So you times earthquake, which is 100, by 1.5, it will do so much damage to Alolan Sandshrew. And Alolan Sandshrew can't dish out any ice type moves because the only ice type moves it can learn by level up are special type moves, and Alolan Sandshrew's special attack is so bad. So Cantonian Sandshrew would win. We have a champion. So there we go. But will the Cantonian Sandshrew line hold up? Because the next video of this mini series of the Cantonian forms versus the Alolan forms, will Sandslash beat Alolan Sandslash? Because that will be a complete different story. That will probably be in 1 or 2 videos. So stay tuned for that. It's the end of my sentence.